Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on King Arthur Legends Rise. Today we'll be discussing the new hero Charlotte. So I just recently got her, in fact today. I wasn't planning to summon for her, but I had some gems left. I thought I'd give it a try and managed to get her in a 20 pull. So she's a very interesting hero. So if you look at her kit, let's look at her passive first. So the most important passive here is that she needs to die once to trigger Leaking Divinity, which gives her 40% attack and takes away her ability to critical strike. Right? This is a very interesting passive. Also, if we look at the next second passive, when hit with while at 40% less HP, she gives effect accuracy to street favor and attack speed increase as well. So, and her third passive is at the start of the battle, again for street favor, effect resistance, and she gets a hit accuracy 3 for 1 turn. Now, we need to, what we'll be looking at is her skills now. Now, her main 3, her third attack, is basically attacks all enemies 160% damage and also pierce increase 2 for 1 turn. So that's 40% ignore defense, right? And this does not use vigor. So this makes her very unique in her kit. So she doesn't use vigor on her third skill or her second skill. It costs her HP instead. And her first skill uses 1 vigor. So in fact, she's a vigor-free champion, which already makes her extremely unique, because most of the things, I am sure, when you all are doing your battles, one of the main obstacles that you always face is vigor. In terms of gearing, so far I've done a very standard critical and attack build. Eventually, how I would ideally want to build her is with lower HP, so she dies once, comes back and does tons of damage, right? I'll quickly give you details of her attack. So we've got her at 4100 attack, nothing great, right? 54% crit rate. I built her with a little bit of crit rate for her first hit, for her first turn. I'll also show you a few battles where I'm using her and what makes her really interesting. So you can take a screenshot of this if you want. Right now I'm using her all attack percent on the necklace and ring, and I've got speed here. Eventually I'll get speed here as well on the orb. Here I'm using attack currently. The first one will be attack. And in your substats, you're looking for crit strike, crit damage, attack percentage, speed. Any of those 4 work. Now, this is what I realize is very unique about her. So, the new dungeon that came out, I was really struggling with it. I had only managed to clear the first stage of it, right? If we now look into my dungeon here, sorry, game's a little laggy. Yeah. So we've managed to clear up to 5 now. So I'll quickly show you this battle. Yeah, let's do this. So if we look at my skill order settings, this is what I kept. Charlotte with her third skill and then using her first skill. Bedivere 3-2-1. The third skill, which is a multi-hitter, which is a AoE hit, I've kept it as 1. Morgan on a A2 for the turn meter reduction. So this is what we are going in with. Now, what you'll see in this battle is that because since she is on her third skill, not using any vigor at all, right? And what that does is it lets Bedivere basically use the 3 vigor hit every time he's taking a turn, because she's not using vigor. So it's basically vigor is being used by Bedivere and Morgan. That's it. The other 2 are basically on A1, you can say. So this makes her a very interesting champion. She's a great enabler because she's saving up on vigor. So she does do damage, right? And at the moment my damage is not that great. I still have to build her up. I've not got a relic maxed out. I've not fully awakened her. So there are a lot of stoses still to add power to this hero, right? The gearing is also not perfect. But the most unique thing she's done for me in this dungeon is she's really enabled my Bedivere. My Bedivere is just using his third skill every turn because he has enough vigor. Because Charlotte, whenever she's doing a A3 hit, she's using her health, right? And once she dies, then she comes back. Her basic skill also will become a AoE hit. So that makes this character, I think, one of the most unique characters in this hero, and also extremely powerful when used the right way. So I'm pretty sure once I have a builder up and maxed out, I should be able to clear this dungeon. Because right now you can see she's not doing that great damage. Like Bedivere is absolutely owning. But earlier when I was throwing Evert in here, right, because that's the second best damage dealer after Bedivere in this game, she needs her 3 vigor skill. So basically it was alternating between Bedivere and Evert. Now Bedivere is able to do A3 every single turn. So other than the damage stats, her ability not to use vigor adds a lot of value to her, and I think that is one thing a lot of people have been ignoring as of now. And as you can see, we are about to clear this, and I'll show you the battle stats after this. So if you look at the face of it, she did about 50k damage, which is not great at all, right? But she is generating vigor for us. She is not using vigor, and that is what effectively helped me clear this dungeon. My Bedivere doing 4,10,000 damage simply because he could use his third skill on every single turn. So this makes this hero very good in this dungeon. She's also useful in the other dungeon, but I'm not really going to show her now because it's ending in a day. So she definitely adds value in the Podrace Sanctuary. But other than that, see, if you're pressed for gems, right? And I really don't like this banner in this game, and I hope they do something about it, like the rate up banner, the 50-50. I think that is kind of the only thing I don't like about this game. But is she a must summon? I don't think so. Even if you know, other than the dungeon, and there will be other solutions that we'll find for the dungeon, right? Even without Charlotte. So that's just a matter of time. So is she worth spending and getting up from the rate up summon banner? My answer is no. Is she a good hero? My answer is yes. She's extremely interesting, and there could be some heroes that come down further in the line which could do well with her. Another thing I would be very interested, and maybe you guys could also explore it, is looking at a drain set for her. I don't have any equipment of drain set. Unfortunately, I sold everything to kind of maintain my inventory. So I think that was a mistake on my part. I should have at least kept one workable set. But managing this inventory is such a big pain in this game. I wish they would do something about it and make it a little easier. So yeah, that's it. That's going to be for this video. Short one. I think just to summarize, Charlotte, extremely good enabler, a good second damage dealer. Can she be the primary damage dealer and the best damage dealer? I would still say no. Bedivere still holds that rank 1 spot, and Evert is rank 2 for me. Charlotte, maybe when I get her. See, I have not fully awakened her. Her relic is also not completely done, and equipment is also not optimal. But on the face of it, and obviously chivalries matter, right? Although Evert, I don't have chivalries on her either. So what are we getting here? Skill 1 damage increases, skill cooldown reduction, but all of this is far away, right? So what we want is a C1 hero who can be thrown into a team. She can be used in one of the dungeons for sure. Nowhere else is she compulsorily required as of now. That's my take on her. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch all of you soon.